What's up YouTube, videokilled here, and I'm with the real Obabo. How do you feel, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm happy to be here for this interview.
Can you just briefly introduce yourself, like who you are in-game and then in real life?
I mean, in Summer's War, I'm Obabo, I guess. I've been playing for, I guess, over 7 years now. In real life, I guess I'm not really anyone. So, yeah,
Right.
I study on the side, and then I stream during my time off.
Okay. And where does your nickname Obabo come from?
It doesn't actually have like a real origin,
Mm-hmm.
but I heard that like Babo means stupid in Korean. So it's like O and then stupid.
Okay, all right.
That's kind of weird
Fair
because
enough.
since it's a Korean game as well, but that wasn't like in mind when I created it.
And when did you have the idea of starting Summoner's War? Was it like for fun, casually, or did you just try harder right away?
It wasn't really tryhard. It was like it was a friend who showed it to me, and then basically our whole friend group started playing. But then everyone else quit in like the first 2 weeks, and I just kept playing. But I didn't like start tryharding until a lot later. I mean, I was farming and stuff, but it wasn't like hardcore.
And who was your first Net 5 in the game?
Vered. Vered was my first one.
And is it your favorite monster because of that?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I've actually
Yeah.
been able to use him a little bit more now. So
And who is your
even archaic
favorite monster?
favorite monster, probably Tableau right now.
And if you had like one wish for a monster, you could choose any monster in the game, even light and dark. Who would you choose?
Usually I just it's hard because it changes like from day to day. But I would say right now probably Yonhong would be
Okay.
one of my most wanted.
And what is your favorite aspect of the game in Summoners War, and why is it RTA?
Yeah, my favorite aspect is RTA, and I feel like it's the most interesting, but because it's like the only really live PvP content. Like Siege can be fun sometimes, but but you're still fighting a computer at the end of the day.
And I know you're like very humble, so you won't say it, but you cannot create it metas by yourself, like the Verdehill meta. How do you come with such ideas?
I mean, usually when I come up with something new, it's usually to try to answer what's currently strong. So like the idea for Verdehill was since everyone was picking Ran at the time with the 2-turn provoke, I needed something to like counteract that. I was thinking of units like Veromos or Tetra, but I felt like those didn't do enough outside of just countering Ran. So I tried a Swift Verd, and that kind of worked out to like elsewhere in the draft as well. It didn't lock me in as hard as the usual cleansers would. And then I just kind of kept it because it worked so well.
And Verdehill is still pretty present in the
Yeah.
current meta. So, do you like this meta actually? Do you think this balance patch changed anything?
I think this balance patch it made it a little better than it was the previous patch, I think. But I still feel like Oliver is a big issue.
Yeah.
Like even though there's other OPLs and stuff, I feel like Oliver's probably the biggest issue right now because I feel like he undervalues every other speed lead in the game right now. Like even an OP speed lead like Nephthys, I would say is pretty weak right now just because of Oliver's existence. Like the only time I would actually say that Nephthys is really good if you pair it with Oliver.
Yeah.
So it's pretty tough right now. You can't
Being
really,
an FTS user, I can relate.
yeah, it's pretty stupid how strong it is to have like one of the strongest kits on a 33 lead compared to every other lead.
I can agree. Do you think Oliver would be played even if he didn't have this lead?
Then I actually don't think he would be played that much if he didn't have the lead. So it's kind of hard to nerf him, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're gonna like nerf it to 24 lead. They'll just have to like nerf his. Because like right now he's getting way too much value. They can just try to decrease the value he gets throughout the match, and I think it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I mean that's what they tried to do, but it didn't really work if he works properly.
Yeah, his kit is still too strong for 33. I can agree. What was your favorite meta back then? Oh, is it this one? It could be this one.
Nah, I wouldn't say it's this one. Like, I don't know. I played for a long while without having much enough fives. I kind of like the Verd Lauren
Ah,
with
yeah.
like Yanni Hathor Molong stuff. And that was pretty fun. Not sure if they all intertwined, but I kind of like the Molong meta.
And I believe you are like already qualified for the SWC. How do you value your chances this year?
I mean, I think I could do well, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't done it too well the previous years.
And
But I'm
since
not.
you stream, you also show a lot of things. Uh, are you not like scared to show too much, or will you just like change your game style or something?
I will probably change my game style as well, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
I'll not show like everything in a few weeks. But I will see. I kind of value streaming over SWC, but I'll still like try my best, try to make it work.
Yeah, okay. And how do you like usually prepare for SWC? Do you have like a routine or something?
I wouldn't say I have a routine. I just try to play a lot of RTA and then think of what I'm like struggling against, and then try to figure out ways to combat those if they were to like happen on in actual fights during SWC.
And how do you deal with like the stress, the pressure of going into a competitive match in SWC? It must be like pretty stressful, no?
Yeah, it is pretty stressful, and I get a bit stressed before the fight, but as soon as I'm in the fight, I kind of lose all the stress and I can just play the game. But yeah, it has been better the last few years. Like the first year, I really wanted to win,
Yeah.
but after the first year, I'm just like trying my best, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So I don't feel as much pressure anymore. Like the only annoying thing is that always on the cast, they're talking about how I am the favorite to like win the whole thing, like the
Yeah.
past 3 years.
That's a lot of pressure too, yeah,
But
I guess.
like now, I don't even care that much about that. I'm trying to win still, of course, but like I can't just take all the pressure because in the end, even if you play the best, you might not even win. So I just try to do the best for myself.
And I'm sorry I have to ask, but last year it didn't really go well against Livert. Can
Yeah.
you can you say like what happened? How did you not manage it, or just maybe luck? I don't know.
No, I wouldn't say it was unlucky. I think Liver definitely played well that series, and he should have won it. Like my biggest critique of last year's Euro Cup was we probably had the biggest balance patch in like 1.5 years,
Yeah.
like just 2 weeks before the balance patch.
Mm.
So a lot of things were up in the air. And one thing is, Lulu got nerfed, which was like one of my main healers. I did get Woos instead, but I think my issue against Livit was that I didn't prepare that much for him, so I didn't have that many like cleansers and healers ruined. I would really need something to cleanse in those fights. So when I was stuck with Wusa, it didn't really help that much against all his strips you see with Leona and stuff.
Do you think you
So
tried
it was
to
a
play gameplay too much? Like I think you like first picked Anavel and stuff like that, which was units he loved playing.
yeah. I think I first picked Annabelle one of the times, and that was because he used it a lot. And since I
Yeah.
didn't have that many like cleansers and healers, I thought I might as well take it
Hmm.
because cleansers are really strong against him in general. So I think I just should have had a few more ruined up, and it probably would have gone better. But I couldn't really change anything in the middle of the
Yeah,
set.
sure. Fair enough. Did you already think about being like a caster for the SWC? Or is it
Mm,
not an option?
I have thought about it actually, because it would be pretty fun to not play, but I haven't like pursued it or anything. But
Mhm.
maybe in the future I could be a caster.
That would be nice too, actually. And if we talk about Summer's One and the game himself, like we have all other aspects of the game. If you could like improve an aspect, which one would it be?
I mean, outside of RTA, the thing I like the most, I mean, even including farming, would be like dimensional hull. I think they should work even more on dimensional hull and give us like even more energy.
Hmm.
Because I think that's the best way for free to play to catch up to like very heavy spenders. And in the end, like most runes are gonna be ancient, so there's gonna be like more of a level playing field, so everyone could compete.
No, I wasn't expecting a PvE content.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's pretty good because even for like beginners, it's nice to be able to stick and awaken units faster. It's nice for endgame players as well to get some like rune upgrades. So I think it would be pretty good.
True. And what do you feel about 2v2 in RTA? Does it hype you, or you don't really care about it?
I like 2v2 a lot actually. It's sad that Comtus doesn't seem to like it that much.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I never really understood because they said it was like beta, no one could find matches, and then they say no one is playing when there's no like incentive to play. But hopefully there's gonna be like maybe a side tournament to SWC, which is 2v2. I think that could be fun.
That would be very awesome. Even like in a opening show, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like even since it's only SWC once a year, maybe we could have like a smaller SWC at a different point during the year with like where it's 2v2. Not
Yeah.
as big, but a bit smaller, like kind of like MSI in League with Worlds, kind of.
Yeah, true. It would be nice, yeah. And I know you are a very competitive player. So do you play other games than Summoners War? Also competitively, maybe?
I do play other games. I play some single player games, but I would say I play League the most outside of Summoners War.
How are you like ranked in League?
Usually I'm on the lower or higher end of Master. I bounce around a bit.
That's pretty
Usually
nice.
around like 200 LP Master.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I also wanted to do like the SWC. They had to like rank the luck in terms of runes, box, and all. I wanted you to score it between 0 and 5. So how would you rank your box in terms of monster? Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking right now, I would probably rank it like 3 since there's no Oliver.
Yeah.
I think that's like a really big thing right now. But outside of Oliver, I think my box is pretty close to a 5. I would say like 4.5. I have some decent LDs, but I don't really have the top ones.
So what about the runes now?
Oh, the runes. I would say 4, probably. I have pretty good runes, but I don't have that many of them. I think that's my issue.
And what about your RNG in RTA? Your luck in general?
My luck in general, I would say. Do you mean in SWC or just throughout?
You can do it for SWC, yeah.
For SWC, I would say maybe 2.5. I wouldn't say I got that unlucky last year, but the previous years, it's been some pretty messed up stuff happening during my fights.
Fair enough, fair enough. And I also asked my Twitter account, like my followers, if they had any questions for you since I was doing this interview today. And one of the first questions was, do you value runes more than Monster Box? Or the other way around?
I would say so. But they still, like, they have to complement each other, but I would still take, like, really good runes over really good units, I would say.
So another question was, you seem to manage tilt very well in stream in RTA, even when you are like getting sacked as hell. So how do you manage that?
I mean, I guess I've played RTA for so long, so... And I don't feel that much pressure when I play on the ladder, so each game matters less a bit. And I think you should also realize that at the end of the season, like one luck sack early on is not really going to affect where you place. So you just have to like think of the long run. And in the end, if you're playing good, you're going to be at the rank you deserve anyways. Taking a break after a tough loss could also be something that could help you, especially if you're trying to push towards the end and you don't want to like tilt spree for like 10 wings the last two days.
And another question that was asked multiple times is, how do you have such beautiful hair?
I have no clue. I mean, I guess you would have to ask my my parents, because I haven't really done
genetics
much. Yeah, probably, because I haven't really done much for my hair. I just shampoo like every other day, and then I just let it grow.
Fair enough. So Obabo, thank you for your time. Thank you for the interview. Thank you for coming. Good luck with your studies. Good luck with SWC, and hope you win this time.
Yeah, thank you, videokilled. I was happy to join.